If you're looking for a wine storage solution that actually fits into your life, one that's reliable, quiet enough to keep the evening soundtrack, and won't drain your wallet, you probably already know the feeling of scrolling through endless lists of features that sound impressive on paper but don't tell you how it will work in a real kitchen. You've got a growing collection, maybe a few special bottles you want to keep at the perfect temperature, and a space that can't be sacrificed for a bulky appliance. The question is, can a single-zone wine cooler give you that balance without turning your loft into a refrigerator showroom? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I spent a good chunk of yesterday actually measuring my own pantry, reading a few hundred customer Q&As on other wine chillers, and watching a couple of unboxing videos to see how the Avanti Designer series fits into the everyday scenario. What stood out first was how the 176 bottle capacity translates when you line up the wooden pull-out shelves. It's not just a lot of space, it's the kind of space that lets you store a mix of standard 750 milliliters bottles, a few larger magnums, and even those oddly shaped dessert bottles without constantly rearranging. In practice, that means you could keep a small tasting collection, a wedding gift set, and a few everyday reds all in one place, and still have room for a future bulk buy. The big selling point for many buyers is temperature reliability. You've probably heard that a wine cooler should stay within a few degrees of the set point, but the real test is whether that holds up when your kitchen temperature swings from a summer heat wave to a winter chill. The Avanti unit uses a dual-zone compressor that is rated for consistent performance, and in the few user videos I saw, the LED display held steady at the chosen 55°F even after the ambient temperature rose 15 degrees. For someone who wants to keep a cellar-like environment without the cost of building an actual cellar, that stability is a genuine benefit. Installation is another place where reality can bite you. The cooler is advertised as easy to install, and for the most part that holds true. The unit arrives as a single, pre-wired slab with a power cord that plugs straight into a standard outlet. The reversible glass door means you can choose left or right-hand swing, which is a nice touch if your kitchen island has a specific flow. The real hidden trade-off is the weight. At nearly 200 pounds, you'll need a couple of strong hands or a dolly to move it into place. If you're renting or planning to relocate the unit often, that could become a hassle. Quiet operation is something you only notice when it's missing. The Avanti cooler runs at a low hum, comparable to a fridge on a quiet night, and most reviewers mention that the sound barely registers over conversation. That's a real plus for open-plan living spaces, where a noisy compressor could become a constant annoyance. On the flip side, if you're planning to put the cooler in a bedroom or a home office, you'll still hear the gentle vibration if you're sitting very close. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's worth noting if you need absolute silence. Design-wise, the stainless steel exterior with wooden shelves gives a sleek, upscale look that blends with both modern and traditional decor. The double-pane glass door helps keep the interior temperature steady while also preventing condensation on the outside. The LED display is simple, showing temperature and a lock icon, which is useful if you have children or houseguests who might otherwise tinker with the settings. The downside here is that the front panel does not offer a quick cool button for rapid temperature drops, something that more premium models sometimes include. If you ever need to lower the temperature quickly for a specific bottle, you'll have to wait the standard cooling cycle. Who should consider this unit? If you're an amateur collector who just crossed the 50-bottle threshold and needs a dedicated space that can grow with you, the Avanti Designer is a strong candidate. It works well for small to medium wine enthusiasts who value a blend of capacity and style without stepping into the commercial-grade price range. Home entertainers who keep a rotating selection of reds and whites for dinner parties will appreciate the easy pull-out shelves that let you pull a single row out without disrupting the whole stack. Also, if you have limited floor space but want the feel of a full-size cellar, the 23.5-inch footprint is relatively compact for the volume it holds. On the other hand, you might want to skip this cooler if you're looking for a dual-zone system that can store reds and whites at different temperatures. The single-zone design means you'll have to settle on one temperature for the entire inventory, which isn't ideal if you frequently serve sparkling wines that benefit from a colder setting. Likewise, if you need a portable unit for occasional events, the weight and built-in compressor make it less than convenient to move around. Finally, collectors who